Hello there, and welcome back to my biolab. My experiments in bee and tree breeding have left me, frankly, with more bees than I know what to do with. I have bees in pretty much every box I own. And quite a lot of saplings too. I can't do a lot about the bees at the moment, but I do have something I can do with all the saplings and apples that I've... Oh, hello, Juton's making his presence known. I do have something I can do with all the apples and saplings I've been making. Now, as you know, I've been busy wiring up my base. I've also got some water mains going now as well. Although I've just nicked all the I've just nicked all the redstone engines I was using to pump the water for what I'm about to do next. Through here, in a deserted part of the biolab, the tree lab's going to be there in the end. I've got all this going on. I've got all the wiring in place for what is hopefully going to work. The basic idea is that up at the top there is going to be a squeezer, and I'll put the apples in that, and then they will be turned into apple juice and mulch. The apple juice will go flowing down this pipe, and the mulch will go flowing down that one, powered by those two redstone engines there. And they will then go into a fermenter. And into the fermenter I also put the saplings, and out of the fermenter will come biomass. And from biomass I can either refine it into biofuel, or I can just use it in a biogas engine. And of course we've got my power cable, my power network going up the back to power both of them. So, I have no idea if this is going to work. This is the best compromise I could work out between functionality and aesthetics, because I do like things to be symmetrical. So, let's try and build a squeezer. Right, so the squeezer is 3 tin on one side, 3 tin on the other. One of these sturdy casings. And glass at the top and bottom. And there's a squeezer. And then for the fermenter, it's a little bit more complicated. It's a bronze gear in each corner. I have these written down in front of me, obviously. There's no way I'd remember them otherwise. There we go. Glass on the edges, and another sturdy casing. So, let's see if I can get this to work. Which is possible. Although I've got my doubts that it's going to work straight away. But if I put the squeezer there, it automatically connects up to all the different pipes. And then I'll pop the... Well, let's see if that works first. So if I put some apples in here, and it's got room for quite a lot of different stuff, what I'm going to need is a power source as well to power it. So I've brought my Stirling engine from downstairs, and I shall just pop that there. Do I have any? Do I have any coal? Well, I've got a couple of bits. Well, that's not particularly great, but so we'll make do with what we've got. Oh, I need a switch. There we are, because of course it needs a redstone current. So there. Now, the lever I've put there will be, when I flick it, will provide a redstone current to both the pumps, both the redstone engines that are going to be connecting into the wooden pipes, but it will also hopefully set the squeezer off. Maybe it will and maybe it won't. I'm not seeing an awful lot happen there. I have to say. Well, I'll put the fermenter down here so that the resources have somewhere to go. Is there something else I needed to do for this? Well, maybe it's not getting enough power, so I'll stick the clockwork engine here as well. Whoops. And give that a spin. Provide a bit of more power, because the Stirling engine does not provide very much power at all. How about now? I'm still not seeing very much. Okay, well maybe I got it... there. How about that? And nothing is happening. Oh, disaster! What have I done? What have I done? I've ruined everything. This is an outrage. I would be hoping for more wonderful things to be happening at this point. Okay, I will be right back with you once I've debugged this. Oh! Wait, it did something. It has done something. And the fruit juice. Okay, it just takes a very long time. And there goes, I guess that's the apple juice. Let's give you a little bit more of a twist. It could be. Okay, yes. I guess that arrow is filling up. I just couldn't see it because it was behind the fruit juice meter. All right. Okay. Well, that's working. What was probably happening is that it was filling up the power buffer on the centrifuge. That I had just emptied the centrifuge. I don't need to show you that, but so that it wouldn't be doing that, but so it wouldn't draw any power because I don't have very much power generation. I could really do some more coal. Well, never mind. So what we've got here now is the fruit juice going in here. I'm not seeing any mulch being making, but you only get mulch from 40% of the apples, or so I am told. Ah, there's a mulch. So the mulch should go. Yes, there we go. It's coming out there, and slowly, because I'm not using an awful lot of power, going to go into the fermenter. Great. Okay, now with the fermenter, I don't need to show you that anymore because we've seen that the power is travelling. Now, if I'm going to put a chute here, but what I was going to do is just put these apple saplings in there, and yes, there we go. The apple saplings now end. Now, I am surprised that the fermenter is operating because I have not given it a redstone signal. Maybe it does not need one. Maybe it does not need power. But yes, the fermenter needs three things. It needs a liquid. I'm using fruit juice because it's more effective than water, and I have no other use for fruit juice. It needs a catalyst, which is the mulch, and I guess that's what that red bar is. How much mulch I've got left. I'm guessing. And then it needs the organic material that you're trying to ferment, which in this case is these saplings that I don't need. My main problem. I'm just going to go and get some more coal. Actually, the extra little bit of power will help. At the moment, I am running on a very low power sort of network, which is why I want to build the biogas generator in the first place, because this will put out up to 5 megajoules. It might be worth me rewiring the back of this so that the power gets to the squeezer before it gets to the fermenter. Because the fermenter's not going to do very much without the squeezer anyway. I will experiment with that. Anyway, turned out I didn't need the switch on the front of the squeezer. I was just being very slow. Now, this is probably looking spectacularly inefficient at the moment, and you'd be right. I've got like about 3.5 buckets worth of biomass out of this so far. But I'm using generic apple oak saplings. The amount of sappiness saplings have, the more biomass you'll get. For instance, I'm getting, I think, 250 millibuckets per sapling. But you can get up to 1,500 if you've really bred your sappiness high. So that's why it's not particularly impressive. As far as apples go, obviously you can increase the productivity of your trees for fruit, and it doesn't have to be apples. There are other fruit that will work just as well. All fruit that you squeeze will just turn into fruit juice rather than apple juice. So what do you do with all this biomass? You can either run it through a refinery to turn it into biofuel, which you can then use in a variety of other engines, just like oil, or fuel even. Or you can just use it directly in a biogas engine. Now, a biogas engine is easy to make. It is just 3 bronze, a glass, 2 bronze gears, and a piston. There we are. There's a biogas engine. Now, I'm not sure quite how I'm going to plug this into my network. And the redstone engine here, and I'll leave it there. Right, how's that? Yes, there we are. So now the biogas, or the biomass, will go into the biogas engine, which should now not turn on. Oh, why? Why won't you turn on? Oh, because you haven't got any lava. The biogas engine is a strange fish that requires some lava inside it in order to get up to an acceptable temperature. So if I just pop that in there, now it should work. And now everything should suddenly leap into powerful action. The biogas engine can take a variety of fuels, some of which will, if you can just power it with water, but then it needs lava. It will burn lava all the time. If you're using biomass, it will only require lava when you first turn it on, so it can warm up. However, I'm not going to keep it running all the time, so I'm probably going to get through the lava quite a bit. Eventually, it's probably far more efficient for me to refine the biomass into biofuel. But, for now, everything... Yes, see how fast that's going now. Brilliant! Well, as you can see, we've got a system here that will keep on running and providing power for itself and surplus power for other uses as well, as long as I feed it with fruit and saplings. Now, there are some ways I can make this more efficient. By using... Well, it's by breeding the right trees. These are the lowest sappiness. But if I was to use larch, for instance, all the 2 trees that I've managed to successfully breed so far, the silver lime and the larch, they're the next level of sappiness up, so they would provide twice as much biomass for the amount of fruit juice I'm using. Also, raising, if it has a higher level of saplings, if it drops more saplings, that would make things more efficient. And over here, obviously, if a tree has fruit, that's also good. And the yield determines how many fruit it drops. So getting the yield, the sappiness, and the saplings scores up are what you want if you're trying to breed a tree for the purpose of energy production. And obviously, you can still snack on the fruit as well. I'm not made of saplings and apples, and I'm probably getting a bit low, so I'm going to turn the squeezer off. I'm going to turn this all off, in fact. And it will have to wait until the next time. But I'm full of biofuel. The biogas engine is full of biomass, which I can now use at my leisure to power the centrifuge. So that's all worked out pretty well. I just need to breed some better trees for it. At any rate, I've got no idea how long this video is going to be once I've cut an awful lot of wallowing around out. But I think that's probably enough for one day. I hope you found this useful if you're trying to work with Buildcraft systems. And I'll see you next time. Take care.